uh, I love cat eating. I love cat eating Martin up. Hmm. And tried to claim that Miss Nita was a drunk. Girl, she is stirring the pot. Girl, she is stirring the pot. I realize there's an echo. She is stirring the pot because she's a heifer. Oh my god, they have no. Well, they don't need to have chill, but I realize that Nita and Vernon's children are like vacation most of the time, and it's just like, well, that's not good. Because what are you gonna do when you can't get? Because what are you gonna do when you can't get instant gratification? Naomi, that man said, "Don't." It's not an emergency. Put it back. Nope. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They got the who and what? Now, I know. Hold on. I but how she one would wonder, how y'all what's the word I'm looking for? Found her assailant. That's what it was. I know she got punched in. Oh hell, they running this good old scam. Hey Juju, hello, hello, hello. Give me 1 second, baby. The people just be scamming all over the world. They be scamming all over the world. Going down to Miss Anita and Daddy Dupree's house because they got the call. Y'all know Friday, Miss Anita made the decision that she was going to have to tell the world because people just kept lying on her good name, okay? And lying on her good name could cause issues for everybody. The charities, the family, so on and so forth. So they're thinking something bad, and it's just like, no, y'all gotta calm down, slow down, little red Corvette. We just here because we gotta, take care of some things. Then you have Anastasia, her that demon seed of a grandchild of hers, tormenting her, but then also dealing with everything that has either, but it's not being helpful. Is not being helpful to the girls. So she's kind of falling behind on stuff. Not because her extracurricular activities are what it is. She's falling behind on everything, even the extracurricular activities. It is not a good time. Naomi called herself about to call Jacob or send him a message on the burner phone, and it's just like, I know you know. Jacob knows. Even Vaughn knows you're not supposed to be messaging him. Very. No. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. And sometimes we all need help. Because it's not that it's because Miss Anita is sick that she's so worried. It's because of what Anastasia said. Ooh, Nita look good. Oh, this is a. I love Danny's ombre suit. Mm-hmm. Yes. New. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love June. Somebody saw some. It really is. Y'all about to send an innocent ass man to jail because you want to scheme. You are a child bride, and on top of that, Danny ain't got nothing to do with this. So damn easy. EG irks my spirit. He's just so damn easy. She'd have convinced you that you don't have to go down there. Why is that? that's a different name. That's definitely a different name. Like I said before, Samantha has a lot going on. She has her schoolwork, she has Cotillion, she has Chelsea Cat, she's worried about Miss Anita and her diagnosis. They say she has the clinic, but is she really still working with it? Seeing as how Wig stole it from her and nobody knows that it was stolen from her, I think that is something where like maybe the writing dropped the ball, because it's just like we all know she's not actually involved in the clinic anymore. Why? Because Wig snatched it from up under her. But that's neither here nor there. She's very worried and very stressed out, and it does not help that for a very long time she was trying to figure out for Cotillion who gonna be her date. But you know, Vanessa's coming in clutch with Donnell as her date. Then you have the aspect of once again Anastasia in that demon seed she calls a grandchild, who she's vicariously living through because she ain't never been great a day in her life, and probably has always relied on the money, and she never succeeded on her own because she felt like she didn't need to, because maybe that's what was fed to her. Maybe college was, when she went off to college, if she did go to college, I'm not judging her if she didn't, but if she did go off to college, based off her age and where she grew up, she probably majored in being an MRS. Her major was MRS. That means becoming a missus, which a lot of the times the families used to send the girls back in the day to college to become a wife, not to get a degree, not to get a higher education, not to figure out what they wanted to do with their lives, not to be, be someone who could give something good back to the world or make breakthroughs or anything like that. You were sent to college to become a wife because basically they thought that was all you were good for. So I feel like that's where Anastasia probably falls through. And a lot of that, she's been projecting a lot of that hatred she has living within her that she passed down to her kids and grandkids. She's been projecting onto Samantha. And everybody's trying to tell Samantha, well, maybe you need to drop some things. And she was like, no. So she ran down everybody. Martin, Smitty, Kat. She like, all of y'all have y'all own stuff going on and y'all are running y'all things. I can handle this. And Smitty is like, you have more stuff going on than a grown person, and I'm seeing you handle it better. And she's like, I'm not giving up nothing. Call Great Grand, see if she's okay, and then I'll be okay. Now, Nita tells the Groyles, her children, that she gonna tell the world. Okay, nothing bad happened. She stood up too fast trying to get away, and she had to sit down even quicker, and a glass went flying. But she good. But she talking to Gail. Uh-huh. Correct. Gail King. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stop playing with Samantha. She said, I'll take the work with me. I'm not about to play with my great grand. Smitty! Smitty. Jacob and Naomi. Go and make that call, Remy. You look good. You look blessed. Who he calling? Mm-hmm. Oh, is June gonna give the update? Be curious. Oh, June gonna tell him about the ring. That with me? Criminella. And don't. I know we was late. Let's go ahead and speed this. I know for the longest time everybody had gotten bored with Triple H's story. It was like, let's go ahead and speed this up, get her caught. But the fact that Criminella is in the building and she keep doing little things, and Randy Sammy is the one that keeps saying, you know for a fact she don't do nothing for free. You know for a fact she don't do nothing for free. Watch her. Stop hanging with her. Don't do nothing with her. And she keep hanging with her and doing all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Baby, it's gonna be a problem. Cause she didn't call. Okay, so that is his name in her phone. But she texted him to meet up at Uptown, and she's like, "Just tell me it was you. Just tell me it was you who, set it up. Set what up? They arrested some guy with my wallet and my ID on him. Tell me it was you." And he was like, "No, but you know who did it." Criminella is going to be the reason why this whole scheme and ruse of scamming EG falls apart. And I can't wait. Girl, no $10 million for you. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Okay. I just want to bake the chaos into like a muffin or something. I don't know. I love it. Now, they found the guy in the park who was a vagrant and he accosted some woman. They found him asleep on a bench, and in his pockets were the wallet and the ID. They arrested him, which is what Elon told EG. Now, EG had him on speaker, so when Triple H heard this, they was getting ready to come down there and, ID the man. But she convinced EG, let me go by myself, then I'm going to check us out, and then we're going to go have wild but naked sex in our house. That's what she said. So EG, hops on the phone, calls Tony Soprano and let him know, oh, they caught the guy. So better luck next time getting a favor up out of me. They caught the guy. You're still going to end up owing him a favor because he going to break this case wide open of what your wife is trying to do to you and what his workers helping her do. And so much more. Now, Tony Soprano saw Criminella sitting with Randy Sammy. She saw him. He saw her. When he gets the news about them catching the person, he calls up on his bat phone. He called Maybach Music and is like, call me back. I need some information on something. Go ahead, call me back. Jacob down there on them streets slinging that blood and plasma, and we want to know when he gonna get his next assignment. He passed his test. The man ain't, the guy who he had to put the paws on ain't skimming off the top no more. So that's a good thing. We're gonna see what happens. Mind you, everybody is going to see Miss Anita off because her and Daddy Dupree gonna hit the private jet, fly to New York to do the interview with Gayle King and fly back. So everybody gonna go. Smitty, however, is not going. And Martin is like, listen, this story must be really important for you to just be like everything. Like a trip to Costa Rica and the family. And he was like, if you knew who I was doing it for, you would know I can't give up on it because the person who he working with is family. Correct? It ain't. She talked about that man's not a threat to anyone. Yup. Oh, you just don't. Man, out of the three of them, Randy is the smartest one. Out of the three of them, Randy is the smartest one. He keep telling you what she gonna do, and you keep acting like she not gonna do that. Mm-hmm. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, absolutely. Hmm. No. Oh. My dog is real disrespectful. Mm. Oh. The timing could be better. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so sweet. We are family, like a giant tree. Oh, okay. I'm kind of in my feelings right now. Let's get out. Let's take it out of the feelings. Triple H is against using the man who Criminella set up to be the mugger. She's against using him. He's a man who doesn't have anything. She's like, I know we scam, but we go after sharks. We go after finance bros. We go after like the worst of the worst and snatch their money from up under them. This man don't have nothing. And basically Randy Sammy told her, well, you just gonna have to do what needs to be done. If he gets sent away, he gonna get 3 hots in a cot and maybe some streaming. Because well, no, prison is not. But he might get streaming because you don't know what be happening. But let's be clear on something. You're going to have to go along with this because Lynette set this up. And ultimately, oh, baby, the quality didn't drop. How rude. How very rude. You're going to have to go ahead and go along with it because... Okay, and we're back. Y'all could definitely... You're going to have to go along. You're going to go along with this because Lynette set this up and Lynette is going to point him out. And she has you on the chain and she's going to keep yanking the chain until she can't yank it anymore or until you do something that pisses her off, and then she's going to have to just show you how she really gets down. Well, she called the police. Well, how's she going to do that? They record those. Fake accents, fake IDs. These things happen. Mind you, Tomas is looking through all of this because when Criminella got on the phone with Randy when he called her down to Uptown, she's so busy trying to talk to him that when Tomas came to say something to her, she said, I didn't ask her to bring me those papers. She brought them on her own. When the story was, oh, she asked me to bring the papers. So see how that's an issue? See how that's a problem? See how that is just a mess? Yeah, that's a mess. So basically, they're about to send an innocent man up the river because y'all scamming, scheming, and plotting and planning, and nobody's trying to go down for anything. And ultimately, Criminella is going to ruin this entire scam. Now, Chelsea thanks EG for getting Madison her research project. Honestly, it really fell because I know a lot of people, especially on the Facebook groups, were like, Madison's going to be pissed off about this. Madison's going to be pissed off about this. Ultimately, Chelsea was on the brink of ruining her relationship with Madison by way of trying to force Madison to go to Copenhagen, and they spent a year apart because she didn't want her marriage to look like her parents' marriage, where one gives up everything and then down the road looks back at what they gave up and it's just like everything goes wrong. She didn't listen to Danny when Danny was talking. She didn't listen to EG when EG was talking. She was just going to do whatever she wanted. And EG, for selfish reasons, to keep his daughter in DC, but to also make sure she doesn't make the same mistakes he did. Because he tried to tell her, don't make the same mistakes that I did. Put the money behind the program so Madison could do her research in the DMV area. Which, honestly, I'm not mad about because she gets her dream, which is to be a wife, because she told y'all she wanted to be a wife. She spent so much time being a bridesmaid, she never thought she would be a wife, but she also gets to do the research that she really wanted to do to try to find a cure for Parkinson's because that has actually impacted her life by way of her grandfather. Now, Miss Anita is there with the family. Kat says she's not missing nothing. She learned her lesson after Mardi Gras. Everybody's going to be there for her to support her, and she wants them to listen to the interview. They couldn't be there in person, but listen to the interview just in case anything leaks and they could, step in front of it. And I feel so bad that she, Miss Anita said nobody forces her to do anything, but ultimately she was forced into telling the world that she has triple negative breast cancer before she was ready because she wanted to do it when she had beat it. Like, she was in remission. Like, she had rang her motherfucking bell. They had, gone ahead and got it all out, decided what they were going to do, whether it be a mastectomy or just go ahead and take the lump, the tumor out, and she would have been good. But here we are with her having to do this interview because some people just like to lie and make up rumors because they're miserable and never did anything with their life and want to destroy folks because they feelings got hurt. So here we are. So here we are. Bonita looked good. Jacob looked good. He do. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. That's his real voice. Oh no, they are heading to New York to do the interview, but the interview won't air until Friday. Uh oh. Mm-hmm. It really is. He is behind it. Child, he will go to hell and back. I'm just gonna be honest. As much as EG get on my nerves and he's a lazy 304 and it's very easy, here move heaven and earth, go down to hell, beat the devil up, come back, and see what's going on, go back down there, whoop Satan's ass, and come back for his kids. Because you're a kid. Because you're a kid. You should enjoy being a kid for as long as you can. Child, being an adult is so fucking ghetto. And don't ever let nobody tell you that being an adult is the most fun thing on the planet. You could do a lot of things. Like, you could vote, you could drink, in certain states you could smoke. My dog is so fucking rude. Aww. Oh, baby, she lied on this a man who was without a home, who lived in a park. Just lying, heifer. I'll throw something at her. She just lying. Ooh, a lie don't care who tell it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Baby, a lie don't care who tell it. Now, Chelsea has told Kat and Danny about what EG did. I told y'all. We could say a lot about EG, but he loved the hell out of his daughters. And I think, sans Danny, what him and Triple H did to that marriage and that family, he is the most hurt that the girls hated him for so long, that it was just like it was up and stuck for him for so long. Chelsea Naomi, because that was her friend. Chelsea, because you promised forever with her mother and that you was going to take care of her mother and everything was going to be okay. And then you turn around and divorce her. So now he's trying to make up for it. But he will move heaven, earth, hell, and, high water for his kids. So Kat's like, oh my God, that is so. I hope you put the bug in his ear about it. And she's like, no, I didn't say anything. And it's just like, you said something without saying anything. You were going to force Madison, which possibly was going to be an issue in your relationship going forward. You were going to try to force Madison to go ahead and take the internship, not the internship, the fellowship, and move to Copenhagen for a year, whether it be you and her doing long distance or you going there with her or whatever it is. She was going to force it and then ruin it because it's just like, come on now. Come on now. Madison would have been like, oh, I'm out of sight, so I'm possibly out of mind with you and everything else like that. That would have been an issue. And that man said, well, you know what? I'm going to do what I can do best. I'm going to go fling this money around and see what I can do. I'm going to shake a little tail feather with this money. And he shook a whole bunch of tail feathers, and now it's happening. Naomi said she had to move some stuff around to make sure she could be there, but ultimately she hated that she wasn't there when they took off, like before they left. And it's just like, what did you have to move around, Naomi? What have you done? Jacob is getting in good with the folks, okay, because he counted the money. He was checking stuff. He was like, I'm just trying to make sure everything good. That's how people get caught up. And Remy was like, you know what? The last dude was sloppy. But I like the way you think. Now, you remember, with this pickup, you don't see nothing. You don't hear nothing. Don't say nothing. You're good. I'm good. She good. We good. Shout out to Nicole and Martin. Nicole and Martin called Samantha's psychology teacher and explained what was going on and got her an extension on her project. And she thought it would have been something like, oh, with the clinic or the cotillion or Chelsea Cat, where they were like, oh, no. But they were like, listen, everybody has their own stuff going on, as in the outside stuff, especially when you're worried about somebody. And you get run down. You have so much you want to complete in a day, and then you don't get it done. I'm the same way. There is so much stuff that I have written down on my little note card that I want to complete for a day, and sometimes I don't even get half of that done. I get some of it done, but I don't even get half of it done, and then I feel like, well, damn, I didn't accomplish anything. But it's just, you gotta balance. Oh, and then Triple H and Criminella down at the police department to pick up that guy. Uh-huh. Somebody should have listened to Randy. Now see, now see, Randy told her this was gonna happen, but she don't listen. That's a cute Bob. I hope she activated it. Oh, she gave a shout out to Laura. Shout out to Laura. Laura got a shout out. Her suit look fire. So does Anita's. Uh huh. Naomi. I don't know where Laura is. I think Laura is gonna come back sometime later in the week because we're coming up on the anniversary of her almost death day. Hmm. It don't. Life. Oh, Nita. Hmm. I don't want to. I don't want to cry, but it's. Yeah, I feel like y'all know what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it again. Keep a detailed history of your family history, like Nita just said. Go and get yourselves checked out. If you don't have insurance, do your try to get some insurance if you can afford it. Um, whether it be through your job or private. But until then, do your self exams. Keep a detailed history of your medical history, your family's medical history. Try to find clinics or any places that will help. Like Planned Parenthood, as much as people like to think that they only do some abortions, they are also very helpful in cancer diagnosis. So check them out and a couple find anybody who can reputable doctors, clinics that can definitely help you. Download the Know Your Limit apps and if you can, which I know it's kind of hard, especially if you live in a food desert. Like technically, I live in a food desert. They closed the grocery store that was kind of like the central grocery store that was very close to my house. So you have to like cross the state line to go to the grocery store, which isn't bad. Um, which isn't bad because it's like really just a skip over the state line to go to this grocery store. But technically speaking, I do live in a food desert. So if you live in a food desert and you can't afford to get delivery for groceries, which has been helpful for people who live in food deserts, if there is delivery available for groceries, um, try not to eat as much processed food. Try to drink more water. But also, while we're speaking of water, do you know we only have like 5 to 13 years of drinkable water left because people wanted to use AI so much, and AI sucks up a lot of water? Yeah, y'all need to get on y'all people about that. Truly, try to drink water. Work out. Just try your best. Try to change your lifestyle. Because Anita was right. Everybody thinks about the beginning of life and the end of life, but nobody really, just like the beginning and ending of things. You think about the beginning, you think about the ending, but nobody really ever talks about the middle and what does that look like. Do you have support? Do you have people around you who will love you and hold you and take care of you and take that journey with you, no matter what it is? And y'all just be safe. Just be safe. Take care of yourselves. Take care of the people around you. Um, the whole family except for Smitty and Tyrell are there at the house listening to the interview, which I think is a really good interview. On the flip side, Triple H and Criminella are down there at the police station, and everything Randy said is coming true when it comes to Criminella. She is yanking that chain, and she's going to continue to yank the chain. She doesn't want Tomas to be her lawyer. She wants EG to be her lawyer because she said Tomas is good for parking tickets. She needs to be found not guilty. She needs the charges dropped, and Triple H is going to make sure that her husband makes sure that happens. Wesley. Shout out to June. June said, "I know him." Smitty is acting like he down there buying shrugs. Baby, if they hurt June, it's up and stuck. Baby, if they hurt June, it's up and stuck. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. I love it. That damn Naomi. Aw, she got a little dose of Jacob. I'm telling y'all now. Very manipulative. Girl, she came in huffing and puffing. Naomi, please tell your mama you got the Raccagene. Know your lemons. Mm-hmm. It does. Early detection does save lives. So be looking out for everything. Now, Smitty met up with Jacob. He's dressed like he's trying to buy something, and he's getting information off of Jacob. But also, Smitty is keeping Jacob in the loop when it comes to the family. So he told him that Nita is going public with her, everything, and he wants to be there. But also, this is very important. So on the burner phone, he tells Naomi how much he loves her and misses her, which is a good thing. Now Danny calls EG because he knows that Nita was going to do an interview, and she just thanks him. But she was like, also, I forgot to live in the present and everything. But we don't need too much of you talking to that man. But also she's like, she wish she would have thought about the doing the fellowship for Madison first. Now he's like, listen, you always got me. I always got you. No, I always got you, Danny. And in walks Triple H hearing all of that. Now, I don't know what scheme, scam, flim flam she about to come up with, but I know it's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. I think she's going to triple down on everything she's been doing. Now, meantime, in between time, I think this whole scheme and scam is going to fall apart because Joey mentions, first of all, Joey and June have a really good rapport with each other. He mentions the name of the person that they claim attacked Triple H, and she was like, "What name did you say?" He repeats it. She was like, "Oh, Sledge. I know him. He a big old softy. He ain't gonna do nothing to nobody." And Randy is trying to play it off like, "Oh, even the softest people snap sometime." And she was like, This is one of the times the police got it wrong. He would never hurt nobody. He's a big old teddy bear." So now the wheels are turning. Turn the beat around. Okay, everything's turning in Timo Tony Soprano's mind. Randy and Criminella bet not do nothing to June because ultimately y'all shouldn't have been talking business in public in the first motherfucking place. That's on y'all. And then on top of that, June saw her with the ring. So anytime June sees her again and you hear a ring, you be like, I saw her with that ring. Point blank in the period. Okay, and the fact that she told June she was holding on to it for a friend. Um, at this point, we know we're about to be in for a crazy week because a whole bunch of stuff is going to happen this week. And then the interview for the people on Beyond the Gates is going to air Friday. We've already seen the interview, but when the interview airs for the folks, they're going to see it. Now, their Friday and our Friday are two different things. Their Friday and our Friday are two different things. But here we are. Now, please, like Gail and Nita said, Gail King and Tamara Tooney said, not a lot of people know if they have breast cancer or if cancer runs through their family. Keep a detailed history of your family medical history. Download the Know Your Lemons app and come up, start your plan. Also, continue to do your self exams. And like I said, I know it'll be hard for a lot of people if you can't afford like the freshest fruit and all that stuff, or if you live in a food desert, to not eat as much processed food, but try not to eat as much processed food if you possibly can. Drink water, work out, and just get checkups. Whether you be um, at a clinic, or they have the mobiles that come around and do free checkups for people, if it's possible for you to do that. Try to do your best, especially because in this time, insurance, like health insurance, is so expensive. And with the way that they decided to do that dumbass big beautiful bill that doesn't help anybody but the one percenters, it's going to be tough for people to get insurance. So do what you can and take care of yourselves and take care of the people around you. Do not be like Triple H. You was told by Randy to stop fooling line with that lady, and now look at you. You're getting your chain yanked. She's just gonna keep yanking it until she can't yank it no more, and that's your fault. That is extremely your fault. But with that being said, I love everyone. Don't forget to call your senators, 5calls.org. Let them know you're not down with anything they're trying to do. You're not down with anything they're trying to do. Representatives, senators, local city council, mayor, governor, the people who are in charge of the state legislative, any developers trying to create detention centers in your area because it's ice today, tomorrow, the next day, and them days after that. And my dog is barking because anytime anybody knocks on the door or rings a doorbell, she got to let them know you are not welcome here. And we will be back for Raw tonight. We will. And I will see y'all tonight